Mother dear, may I go downtown instead of out to play and march the streets of Birmingham in a freedom march today? No, baby, no, you may not go, for the dogs are fierce and wild, and clubs and hoses and guns and jails aren't good for a little child. But mother, I won't be alone. Other children will go with me and march the streets of Birmingham to make our country free. No, baby, no, you may not go, for I fear those guns will fire. But you may go to church instead and sing in the children's choir. She has combed and brushed her night dark hair and bathed rose her petals sweet, and drawn white gloves on her small brown hands and white shoes on her feet. The mother smiled to know her child was in the sacred place, but that smile was the last smile to come upon her face. For when she heard the explosion, her eyes grew wet and wild. She raced through the streets of Birmingham, calling for her child. She clawed through bits of glass and brick, then lifted out a shoe. Oh, here's the shoe that my baby wore. But baby, where are you?
They don't got no seating. So what's up to the vlog, E? What are you?
You're gonna be on that side, huh? Okay. On the opposite side.
When I first got on the plane, I was like, I'm nervous. But when we got up in the sky, I was okay. I was having fun. I liked the view. It was very breathtaking.
Yes, I do remember that plane ride. For many of us, it was our first time on the plane. It wasn't mine, but you still feel the energy in the air traveling with 40 of my classmates. Hi, I'm Tokes. I'm a senior at Chavez School in DC. This year, juniors and seniors scholars embarked on a transformative journey exploring the rich history and the impactful experiences of the civil rights movement and how the movement impacted public policy to this day. I was fortunate enough to be on the trip last October. Join me as we look through the lessons, reflections, and the highlights of this inspiring adventure.
Birmingham was kind of like empty. There wasn't a lot of people on the streets and stuff like that, like you would see in DC and stuff. It was very different.
At the 16th Street Baptist Church in Kelly Ingram Park, we delved into the history of the civil rights movement, gaining a first-hand understanding of the struggles and triumphs that paved the way for justice.
Walking through these parks, I definitely took a breath because I felt that it was a lot of hurt and a lot of bloodshed, with Birmingham being the source of the civil rights movement.
Kelly Ingram Park was the site of Children's March in Birmingham. Thousands of children skipped school to march against prejudice. They were met with fire hoses, dogs, violent police, and hatred. It was also the nation's first time witnessing children being treated this way.
It just goes to show when we walk through the park and see with a dog down and water hose, just to see how much they really went through and how much pain and how many obstacles they had to overcome just to have equal rights and be treated the same as everyone else.
A few months later, a bomb exploded at the 16th Street Baptist Church. The bomb was planted in the church stairwell by the Ku Klux Klan. It resulted in 4 little girls being murdered.
This little girl that was in this super traumatizing event. So if we could take a moment of silence.
The memorial dedicated to the 4 little girls that lost their lives in the bombing, it definitely touched me.
Day 2 kicked off with an inspiring meeting with the mayor of Birmingham, Randall Woodfin. We discussed public policy, economics, social justice initiatives, and Southern living. The mayor's insights and the life hacks he shared left a lasting impression.
As long as your ambition is balanced with purpose, as long as your ambition is balanced with purpose, you can do whatever, you can be whoever you want to be.
Anytime we asked a question, it felt like he always gave us the 100% truth and kept it honest. And it also seemed like he was a very down-to-earth guy. It didn't seem like he was very Hollywood, or it didn't seem like he was better than us just because he was the mayor of Birmingham.
He got to tell us why he's so interested in public policy is because it's a nationwide issue. And it was just an issue that's really dear to him. He saw a lot of instances where public policy wasn't exercised correctly.
The day continued with a visit to Alabama A&M University, connected with alumni and gaining insight into what college is like.
I really liked Alabama A&M. Basically, I was very focused on asking them questions about the college and seeing if that's really the perfect fit for me.
All right, so how you feel about college right now? Shoot, first coming here was kind of a little challenge, but I'm feeling great. I got a bunch of opportunities, internships, making good money, man. That's what it's about.
The significance of meeting with the alumni on campus is not only the fact that you get to see people who you are or were friends with, see them make it to the next level, so it just goes to show if they can do it, you can do it, but also just to get some of their insight, how they feel about the college and how they feel like the difference between Chavez and to college is for them and what their biggest obstacles was and how Chavez prepared them for college.
Is your major hard?
I won't say it's hard, but it does have its challenges sometimes, and you just have to, manage your time, manage your schoolwork, and just stay on top of everything.
It's like somebody from our school actually graduated, went to college, and doing something with their life. So it's like if they could do it, I can too. So it inspired me.
Our journey in Atlanta continued with a morning meeting at T. Dallas Smith & Company, the U.S.'s largest black-owned commercial real estate firm. Discussions on finance, economics, and entrepreneurship opened new horizons for my peers and me.
Anytime you're dealing with a business, you're dealing with money, you're dealing with finance. So you need to understand how it comes in, how it comes out, and then what's your net profit. Does that make sense? So same thing with commercial real estate. How the money comes in, what are the expenses, and then what's your net profit? What am I keeping in my pocket?
Meeting the black real estate investors as well as going to the gathering spot was very crucial in our trip because we got to see people that are in the spot that we want to be in one day.
We ate lunch at and toured Georgia State University. I would say it was some good food on Georgia State campus, and it was cool to eat lunch at a college cafeteria.
Georgia State was definitely amazing. I noticed that Georgia State compared to Alabama A&M was more diverse. You see a whole lot of different cultures being in the heart of Atlanta.
After Georgia State, we visited Dr. Martin Luther King's Memorial and went to the Civil Rights Institute.
It was like when we got in the simulation, the little dining simulation, when black people were protesting in diners, and it was like they put us in their shoes. So it's like you could actually feel them breathing on your, talking to you, yelling at you. It was very scary. It reminded me that this really happened. This really happened, and these people really had to go through this just for their rights, and that was unfair.
The day unfolded with an inspiring words from Dr. Jamal Bryant at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church.
Entrepreneurship is so near and dear to my heart. The number one employer for Asians, is Asian businesses. The number one employer for Latinos is Latino businesses. The number one employer for white people is white businesses. The number one employer for black people is white businesses. We're the only ethnicity in the country who can't look to ourselves to get jobs. And so I think that entrepreneurship is really the wave of the future, and I think it is really going to be the cornerstone for our people to be able to advance. So I really support black business.
The church was so large in size and presence. New Birth's impact on local politics and social development in the Atlanta area are really impressive.
Even some of the services as far as housing is concerned and clothing is concerned, New Birth postures itself to fulfill a need.
Dr. Bryant was inspiring and also encouraged us to have an entrepreneurial spirit. Day 4 continued us into the heart of HBCU and black culture.
Whatever school that I pick, I have to be confident in it. And that's why learning a lot about what college you want to go to, your top pick is essential because that's generally your home for the next 4 years of your life.
After visiting Clark Atlanta University and Morris Brown College, we stopped by the gathering spot where we met representatives from the Emerson College.
So many colleges and universities. Boston is is number one as far as the most college populated town or city in America.
We wrapped up the evening at a block party on Morehouse College campus known as Hump Wednesday.
Honestly, I enjoyed my time at Hump Wednesday. It was a change of pace from seeing, just walking around colleges, hearing about the programs they had, to change to see the college, after dark a little bit, see how people have fun, and see also a lot of clothing brands out there, and them selling stuff. I actually did end up buying something.
The colleges was great. The party was definitely turned. The shit
The day concluded with the true college vibes at the Waffle House and a song-filled bus ride.
I can't lose when I'm with you. How can I snooze and miss the moment?
Day 5 took us on a one-of-a-kind tour of Spelman and Morehouse College. We engaged with Dr. Alex on the Atlantic economic equality and concluded our day with a Southern-style dinner at the historical Pascal's restaurant.
Wealth is generational. It would take over 200 years for the wealth of black people to catch up with the wealth of white people in the city of Atlanta and across the country.
It was really good hearing Dr. Alex at the Rice Center when we talked about the wealth gap, equity and economics around black people, the black community. I learned that it's a huge racial wealth gap.
A lot of the decisions were made here at Pascal's before. When I say decisions, I mean decisions to the strategy that were used when they go on marches to civil rights leaders. And many times Dr. King would regroup his people here to plan their next march.
It was like a cool 9. I'm full. I feel like I got to take a good nap after that good soul food. Black culture food, love it.
I had fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and greens.
Did you put hot sauce on your chicken?
Yeah.
The final day brought an opportunity to meet members of the 100 black men at the best academy school in Bankhead, Georgia. We learned about house appraising to flying drones. We gained diverse perspectives. We also had the opportunity to meet with some of the best academy students over pizza. It was cool meeting fellow teenagers. As we conclude our journey, we reflect on the importance of understanding the impact of civil rights movement on public policy, as well as visiting colleges with different cultural styles.
10 out of 10, I love Atlanta.
We can now, as scholars, embark on our own educational journey with a deeper appreciation for history, justice, and equality. Thank you for joining me and for allowing us to share this incredible experience with you. I, and I'm sure my other peers too, will remember the lessons learned and exposure gained. They will echo in our hearts and minds for years to come.